Pop it on him.
Thanks for waiting.
Where's the rest of my clan at now? Oh.
You over there?
No. Yeah?
I was born in Elsie.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's where I was born.
Well, do you remember far enough back where
It looks quite good about in that book about the Jets.
yeah, I'll have to get one of those books. I'll have to look that up and see if I can't find them. Well, so you probably lived a bunch of your childhood in the same place, didn't you? You lived most of your childhood basically in Missouri?
Yeah. Dad never did live anywhere when he moved back here on the Main Street. He died probably close to that.
So did you go to school in Max Creek?
Yeah.
Did you?
I went to the 7th grade and I had trouble that I had to quit.
Was that right?
I couldn't finish it. Dad wanted me to be a school teacher today. But he said, well, you're the only holdover. I want you to be a school teacher. And I promised him I would. That's why I couldn't go to school.
Couldn't get glasses or?
Yeah, I had to go to eye doctors and finally just give up.
Oh, really? Was it hard to read or gave you headaches or something?
Well, I couldn't see good.
Oh, you couldn't see good.
Yeah. Well, I had first time I got that, I had ursulated. They called it ursulated eyelid. And I went to the doctor. That hurt the doctor. The other side of the left, and it's kind of way the other side left, and then it got on the phone. And he had an office, he had a doctor's name, and he had a room where everybody had a room. So he got the file. They got better, but I never went to school. So I never did go back to school.
So if you didn't go to school, then what did you do? Did you work on the farm, or if you didn't go to school, what did you do?
I didn't go.
If you didn't go to school, then after you quit school, what did you do?
Oh, I stayed home.
And worked with your mom?
Kept house for all Mother and Dad. Kept the post office.
Oh, okay. They both worked at the post office.
Yeah, I took care of the house. And I was going to sell when the house caught fire.
Oh, you were?
And I heard a big roaring, and I ran in the kitchen to see what it was. And we had the ceiling, Dad had sealed it with green lumber, I guess. It had cracks in it. And we papered it with white paper. And I seen that through that crack, all that glaze, you know.
Oh.
And I really got upset instead of going nearwood to the post office. I went to Longwood, and I hollered all the way, I guess. And when I had to wade the creek, and the post office is right on the bank over a creek, and I had to wade that creek and then go up that hill. And when I got to the top, so people heard me, and they heard me hollering, and then people seemed to blaze, you know. So everybody, they got every bucket out of all the stores, you know, they sold buckets. and everybody went that was in town, and they carried water and poured on it. But they couldn't take it. It was too near gone. It burned up everything that belonged to me. I didn't have anything on what I had on.
Is that right?
And mother and dad said to them, they got just practically everything in a bit.
Oh, did they?
And they got the heart in there, but they didn't get anything else. So we didn't have anything.
So after the house burned, where'd you guys go? After the house burned, where'd you go?
Well, we were in the house. People donated furniture. People bought me clothes. They didn't give me old clothes, they bought me new ones.
Is that right?
And they was really good to us.
How old were you when that happened?
Well, I was about 16, I guess. 16 or 17. About 16, I guess. I was going to Floyd.
Oh, were you?
And Floyd was when had gone on to Harvard. And so people men used to go to Harvard, you know, down here in Kansas and different places where they stuff put out.
Yeah.
So people
This is not good.
I guess I was 17.
But you were dating Dad Feener then, right? You were dating Dad Feener?
Yeah.
What'd you guys used to do on your dates? What'd you guys used to do on your dates? What'd you do for a date?
Oh, when Floyd did.
Yeah.
Oh, people didn't use anything, Floyd just sat and talked.
There wasn't any place to go, was there, Grandma?
Yeah, but Dad told me that I couldn't go to boys till I was 16.
Oh.
And so I slipped around and went to Floyd, and he didn't know it.
Did you sneak around, Grandma?
And I went, my sister, she let me come there. And Floyd's brother, you know, married one of my sisters.
Oh.
And they let me come, me and Floyd come there. So he used to come to church, you know, and Floyd home, you know. We didn't live very far from the church. But anyway, Floyd always brought me home from church. And Dad said, well, they can, if I had a boy friend that was James would come in the daytime, but I wouldn't think you'd put a friend. And I said, Floyd come in the daytime, but I didn't think you'd let him. And he said, well, I told you when you was 16 you could go to Floyd. So he come to the house every Sunday, he come to see me. So we got out and walked and we got together with the kids, you know.
Yeah. Did you ever go to any dances or anything like that? Did you ever go to any dances?
Dad Peter didn't.
Or did Dad Feener even dance?
No, he didn't believe in dancing, did he? Dad Peter didn't believe in dancing, did he?
No.
No.
They got engaged to be married then. He went to Harvard and was married. Got married when he got married. We had quite a crowd to the wedding.
Oh, this year?
Yeah, we invited all of my friends, you know,
Yeah.
and relatives. So we had quite a crowd, and most of us dinner for everybody.
Goodness gracious. That was probably quite a meal, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, she had a dinner. When the wedding was over, everybody eated. They don't, you know, people think that's crazy now.
Oh, yeah, they would now. They would now.
But everybody's different.
Well, when you and Dad Feener were dating, you probably didn't have a car or anything, did you?
No, we rode when men, next day, when we had a wedding dinner, you know, and we used to have the next day they called it the in-fair. So Grandma and Grandpa had a together. And all of their family come. And we went down there and he got the horse and buggy.
Is that right?
And, oh, let's see. That wasn't right. He come and got me that. The time he come and got me, they were having some kind of dinner and they invited me.
Oh, invited you over?
Yeah, that's before we got married. And that's good dinner. Grandmother's dinner said, I seen Floyd start out in that buggy and said that horse had never been hit so buggy before. But it died just waiting and he wanted me to ride horseback, and I told him I didn't want to ride horseback.
Hi, Grandma.
Well, hi. I didn't know if that was David or not.
Yeah, that's me.
I'm telling these boys all about the old times.
The good old days, huh?
Well, did you say that was an in-fair? In-fair? What did you call it? An in-fair?
The in-fair dinner.
In-fair dinner. Now, his parents put that on, right?
Yeah, his parents fixed the dinner.
Why did they call it an in-fair dinner, Grandma?
I don't have no idea.
I just wondered what the connection was.
I just don't know.
That's just what they called it, huh?
But that's just what they call it, an in-fair dinner. That tried to have the dinner on the wedding, and then the next day in-fair dinner.
Your mom fixed dinner on the wedding day, right?
Yeah.
And then it was
Yeah.
then the next day.
The girls helped her some, I think.
Yeah.
Let's see. One of my sisters was there, and it was there.
Did they?
Anyway, somebody helped her.
Yeah.
But she had enough dinner for everybody.
Did they chivalry your Grandma?
Cooked it on the wood stove.
Yeah.
Should we get a room for Matt?
Did they chivalry you and Dad Feener? Did they chivalry?
Yeah.
Did they?
I never thought such a crap.
What did they do?
That was about what they waited a week or so after you were married.
We just all visited and had a big time. Of course, we had to treat them, and Floyd got apple cider and treated Floyd, and we got candy for the others.
He didn't.
You know, we used to, when they got married, when they was on the Chevron, if you got the first shot, the crowd had to treat.
Is that right?
So Floyd didn't get, he went out, but he didn't get, he shot, but he didn't get the first one.
They didn't make you push you around the wheelbarrow, did they?
Yeah,
They didn't make him push you around in a wheelbarrow, did they?
no.
Did they make you do anything special? Did they make you do anything special? Like,
No,
I thought they made you push you around the wheelbarrow or something like that.
no, they didn't, never did that, no.
it was just kind of a little party?
They might, we just had a party and visited, you know. It's just people from all around the country that I know, you know, Florida. They was a really proud. We had, we lived in that house that I told you about the street.
Uh-huh.
It was big, or big bedroom, but it was a big store, you know, and post office. And we, that, mother heard the part of it off to their bedroom.
Uh-huh.
And then we had that bedroom, and then we had the other bedroom, and the kitchen and dining room together, and they couldn't all get in.
I guess that was a
They
crowd.
had to part of them stay outside. They just come and went, you know. But they was really a crap.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And always, they really did give us a good shivering. They wanted to give Ray down the patch with him. He was just didn't want him to. They just scare his cattle and make him jump out the patch.
Oh.
So he wouldn't let him.
Was he kind of cantankerous, Grandma? Was he kind of cantankerous? Dad Roofener?
Yeah.
Was he Was he kind of mean, kind of cantankerous, you know?
You mean the
Great-granddad.
Grandpa Roofener?
Yeah, Grandpa
No,
Roofener.
he was good at school, but he had the kind of cranky ways.
Yeah.
But it could have caused, they'd heard of it, you know.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So they was afraid they might jump out.
I see.
So he didn't want to shoot me, so they did.
Yeah. Well, was your family Baptist?
Hmm?
Was your family all Baptist?
No,
No.
no, my dad was Church of God.
Church of God.
That's what he used to call it. They've got some other name for it now. But they didn't have a church there in Max Street. They didn't have nothing but the Baptist.
Oh.
But they'd, every so often, they'd get a preacher to come in and preach. They preached in the schoolhouse. They had a meeting in the schoolhouse. But, no, I joined the Baptist church, and I didn't tell Dad. One of my friends come in the post office. I was outside working in the post office. And she come in and she hugged me and she said, Dad, what does your dad think about you joining the church? And I said, well, I hadn't told him. And Dad said, well, why didn't you tell me, Debbie? And I said, well, I don't know. And he said, you know that it wouldn't make a bit of difference to me what church you belong to, just so you joined the church. He was saved. He said, that's all right. And he said, I'm glad you did. So I was Baptist.
So Dad Feener's family was Baptist, though, right?
I don't know what church they belong to. But their family are always Baptist. So, yeah, I think they was Baptist.
But Dad Feener didn't believe in dancing, right? Did Dad Feener not believe in dancing?
No. My dad didn't believe in
Oh,
dancing.
your dad didn't believe in dancing?
Yeah. Yeah, I was invited to a party one night, and they had a big crowd, and some of them wanted to dance. And so they come back to this one that owned that had the party, and Saturday, her folks don't believe in dancing. And I said, well, I don't have to dance. If you don't dance, you dance by me. And they had dance and they danced. And Dad didn't much like it.
Because he was there?
Yeah, he said he was invited to a party and it turned out to be a dance. And instead of using ours and printed the paper, he wrote an article kind of give them a good going over.
Oh, did he?
Turn the party into a dance. But it didn't bother me.
Yeah.
I didn't care.
Yeah. So did you and Dad Feener ever dance?
No.
No?
No, we never did. I expected that dinner had, but I didn't.
Yeah.
I think he used to go dancing. When we got married.
Did you have
Of course, we married pretty young. I was 18 and he was 19.
Well, that's not too awful young, though.
No, most people used to marry at 16.
Yeah.
Did you ask when Dad Feener went to work for the highway department?
Yes. Yeah, didn't you say Dad Feener worked for the highway department about 25 years or something?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've got a certificate. They give him a certificate. You know what they did.
When did he retire? What year do you remember? 60. 60. 65?
65.
No, I think it's at least about 64.
Well, you retired when you moved into town, didn't you? when you moved into town there, was he retired already then?
Yeah, when we moved to town, we moved into town.
Well, I was still in high school when you lived in town, and I graduated in '64, so.
Yeah, we moved to town in '64.
Okay.
But he retired a little bit before that.
Oh, okay.
Because and he decided that we need to move to town because he's ready to get disabled
That mean
to drive, you know.
he went to work for the state in about 1940 then, didn't he?
Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah, that would be about, that'd make it about 1940.
It tells on the certificate. He went to work 40 or 11 hours.
Oh.
And he didn't have straight time when he lived over there. He just worked. He worked all the time, but
Part-time.
but he was just supposed to fill in.
Fill in.
But then they put him on full time, you know.
Did Uncle Claude get him on?
No, Claude couldn't do anything.
Well, did Claude work there? Uncle Claude work there then?
No, you know, he was on straight time, you know, and his another orphan, I can't think of his name, that was his main one, you know, done the hire. And he never did recommend to him to give Floyd a straight time job.
Ah.
And he finally just Floyd commanded to give him a straight time job. Take him to the lunch, you know, we did just take it a day. We just take this day, you know.
Part-time?
Yeah, part-time. But he worked almost all the time, but he wasn't on the straight pay.
What did you say he was, an orangeman?
Mm-hmm.
Did you say he was an orangeman? What did you call it, the guy that hired him? What was he?
What I call
Yeah,
him?
what did you call the guy that hired that painter? An orangeman?
An oarsman and
Oarsman?
some relation to Claude.
An Osborne.
Okay.
Oarsman.
Osborne, okay. Okay. Okay.
No, Claude never did help Floyd out there. Floyd didn't like it.
I just thought that's probably how he got on there, because I knew Uncle Claude worked there. I knew Uncle Claude worked there when Dad Peter went there, didn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah, I always figured that's how it happened.
yeah, Claude retired when he was 65.
Yeah.
And so Floyd worked at, you know, hadn't been on straight time. Of course, he worked, well, he was on straight time for quite a long while, but he worked
Yeah.
part-time for a long time. But he's got a certificate, I've got his friend, I think, hanging on the wall upstairs.
Are you getting tired, Grandma? Do you want to go back into the room and visit with the girls a while?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, I'll take you
We
back.
about wore you out.
We didn't mean to wear you out that
Yeah,
much.
well, I'm glad you want to hear about it.
When you feel like we want to hear some more.
Yeah, I'm glad you would like to hear about my family. About your family.
Yeah.